Brace yourselves, everyone. We're plunging into the chaotic, unpredictable, and potentially catastrophic world of cryptocurrency. It's hailed as the future of finance, a decentralized utopia where everyone's their own bank. Sounds perfect, right? Except for one glaring nightmare. This is no utopia, folks. It's more like a digital Wild West out there with more scammers than a traveling medicine show. And just like the Wild West, it's only a matter of time before someone gets trampled in the stampede. Now I know what you're thinking. John, you're just a grumpy old man yelling at Bitcoin to get off your lawn. And you know what? You might be right, but this isn't about me. It's about protecting folks from getting caught in the crossfire when this whole thing inevitably implodes. Everyone's scrambling for a piece of the pie, hoping to strike it rich quick. But here's the kicker. This time, there might not even be a pie. Cryptocurrency is built on this foundation of, well, nothing. It's a digital illusion, a shared delusion of value that could vanish as quickly as it appeared. There's no sheriff in this town, no rules, no regulations. It's a free-for-all, and you know what they say about when something seems too good to be true. It probably is. This is going to have ripple effects throughout the entire global economy. Your retirement savings, your pensions, even your grandma's cat food budget could get caught in the crossfire. So, what can we do about it? Well, for starters, we need to wake up and smell the digital coffee. Cryptocurrency is not the future of finance. It's a speculative bubble, and like all bubbles, it's going to burst. The only question is how much damage it's going to do when it does. We need to demand regulation, oversight, and accountability. We need to educate ourselves and our loved ones about the risks involved. All right, let's break this down. The Wild West, a time of rugged individualism, limitless opportunity, and absolutely zero oversight. Sound familiar? Because that's the cryptocurrency market in a nutshell, folks. It's a digital frontier where the rules are made up as you go along and the only law is the law of the jungle. Now don't get me wrong, I appreciate a good outlaw story as much as the next guy. But there's a reason we don't run our society like it's the 1880s anymore. Section 2. Where the sheriffs fear to tread. And where are the regulators in all of this? Well, they're about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. See, these crypto cowboys, they've been operating in this legal gray area, this digital no man's land where traditional financial regulations just don't quite reach. And they like it that way, because when no one's watching, they can get away with murder. Metaphorically speaking, of course. But the point is, without clear guidelines and robust enforcement, the cryptocurrency market is ripe for abuse. It's a playground for scammers, fraudsters, and anyone looking to make a quick buck at the expense of unsuspecting investors. Section 3. Fool's Gold Rush. It's a digital gold rush, all right? But the problem is, most folks are panning for fool's gold. They're so caught up in the hype, so blinded by the promise of easy money, that they're not stopping to think critically. And that's the real danger here. It's not just that people are losing their shirts on risky investments. It's that this whole cryptocurrency craze is eroding trust in our financial system. It's creating a culture of speculation and recklessness that could have devastating consequences for everyone. Section 1. The regulatory void. All right, folks, let's talk about regulation, or the distinct lack thereof, in the Wild West of cryptocurrency. You see, in the real world, the financial world, there are these things called rules. Crazy, right? These rules, they're like the sheriff in a dusty frontier town. They're there to keep things in check, to make sure nobody's getting away with something they shouldn't be. They protect the townsfolk, the investors, from the snake oil salesmen and the card sharps looking to make a quick buck. But in the cryptosphere, it's like the sheriff just decided to pack up and head for the hills, leaving everyone to fend for themselves. Now, I'm not saying everyone in the cryptocurrency world is a bad actor. But let's be real, when you don't have any rules, it attracts a certain element. We're talking about the kind of folks who'd rob a stagecoach in broad daylight and then sell the horses back to the passengers. We've got pump and dump schemes where they artificially inflate the price of a cryptocurrency and then sell off their own holdings before it crashes, leaving everyone else holding the bag. We've got rug pulls, where developers abandon a project and make off with everyone's money. And then there's the good old-fashioned hacking and theft, which is just rampant in this unregulated digital frontier. And here's the thing, folks. This lack of regulation, this free-for-all mentality, it's not just bad for investors, it's bad for the entire financial system. Because when this bubble bursts, and it will burst, it's going to send shockwaves through the global economy. People have poured trillions of dollars into this unregulated market. They've remortgaged their homes, emptied their retirement accounts, and taken out loans they can't afford, all in the hopes of striking it rich quick. But when the music stops and the chairs are all gone, when the value of these digital tokens crashes back down to earth, it's going to be a bloodbath. So, what can we do about it? Well, the first step is acknowledging that there's a problem. We can't just sit back and watch as this unregulated market spirals out of control. We need to demand action from our elected officials, from our regulators, from anyone who will listen. We need clear, comprehensive regulations that protect investors, prevent fraud, and ensure the stability of the financial system. We need to treat cryptocurrency not as some kind of Wild West free-for-all, but as a legitimate financial market subject to the same rules and oversight as any other. Because the longer we wait, the worse this is going to get. The stakes are too high, the potential consequences too dire, to just sit back and hope for the best. Let's talk dirty, folks, about the dark underbelly of the cryptocurrency Wild West. We're talking scams, schemes, and enough digital snake oil to cure what ails you. Or at least that's what they want you to think. These grifters, they prey on hope, on the dream of getting rich quick, of sticking it to the man, of finally buying that solid gold yacht you've always wanted. They whisper sweet nothings in your ear about decentralized finance and disrupting the system, all while picking your pocket clean. And the worst part, they know they can get away with it, because in the lawless frontier of cryptocurrency, there's no one to stop them. No sheriff, no regulations, just a whole lot of folks eager to hand over their hard-earned cash for a chance at the digital gold rush. One of their oldest tricks in the book, the digital equivalent of a street corner shell game, is the infamous pump and dump. It's as simple as it is slimy. First, they pick their mark. A shiny new cryptocurrency, preferably with a catchy name and a flimsy white paper. Then they start spreading the word, hyping it up on social media, planting fake news articles, maybe even getting a celebrity endorsement or two. The price starts to climb as unsuspecting investors, blinded by FOMO, that's fear of missing out. For those of you not fluent in internet slang, pile in, hoping to ride the wave to riches. But here's the catch, folks. If the pump and dump is a swift kick to the groin, then the rug pull is like having the rug pulled out from under you, leaving you sprawled on the floor, wondering what the hell just happened. This one's particularly nasty, because it often involves the creators of the cryptocurrency themselves. They launch a project, promise the moon, attract investors, and then, when the time is right, they vanish. Poof! Gone, along with all the money. The website goes dark, the social media accounts go silent, and the developers, well, they're living it up on a beach somewhere, sipping Mai Tais and laughing all the way to the bank. These are just two examples, folks. Two tiny little tastes of the vast buffet of scams and fraud that the cryptocurrency Wild West has to offer. And the truly sad part, it doesn't have to be this way. We could have rules. We could have regulations. We could have a system that protects investors, fosters innovation, and ensures that the benefits of this technology outweigh the risks. But as long as we continue to treat cryptocurrency like a game, like a digital casino where the house always wins, we're going to keep seeing these stories play out. And it's the everyday folks, the ones who can least afford it, who are going to get hurt the most. All right, folks, enough theory. Let's talk turkey, or should I say talk tokens about the real-world wreckage this crypto Wild West has left in its wake. Because it ain't pretty. We're talking billions of dollars vanished, dreams dashed, and enough shattered trust to make a banker blush. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive into the murky depths of crypto crashes past. The Mt. Gox meltdown, when exchanges go bust. Let's rewind to 2014, shall we? Back when Bitcoin was still finding its digital feet and the term cryptocurrency sounded like something out of a William Gibson novel. Enter Mt. Gox, the biggest, baddest, most trusted cryptocurrency exchange in the world, or so everyone thought. See, Mt. Gox was where the cool kids hung out, where you went to trade your hard-earned cash for a slice of that sweet, sweet Bitcoin pie. But here's the thing about pies, folks. They're delicious, sure, but leave them out in the sun too long and they tend to attract flies. Or in this case, hackers. One day, the unthinkable happened. Mt. Gox went dark. Poof, gone. And with it, hundreds of thousands of Bitcoins worth, at the time, hundreds of millions of dollars. Turns out those clever hackers had been siphoning off funds for months right under everyone's noses. The fallout was, as you might imagine, spectacular. Mt. Gox filed for bankruptcy. Investors were left holding the bag, and the entire cryptocurrency world went into a tailspin. It was a harsh lesson in the perils of unregulated markets, a stark reminder that in the Wild West of crypto, you're only as safe as the security of your chosen saloon. The Squid Game scam too good to be true? Always is. Fast forward to 2021, and the cryptocurrency gold rush is in full swing. Everyone's looking for the next Bitcoin, the next big thing that's going to make them rich beyond their wildest dreams. Enter Squid, a new cryptocurrency inspired by, you guessed it, the hit Netflix show, Squid Game. Now you'd think that after all these years, folks would have learned their lesson about getting involved with shady crypto schemes. But nope. The allure of easy money, combined with a healthy dose of FOMO, proved too strong to resist. The price of Squid went parabolic, up thousands of % in a matter of days. People were cashing in their life savings, remortgaging their homes, all to get a piece of the action. But there was a catch, of course, and it was a doozy. Turns out Squid was a carefully orchestrated rug pull. The creators had rigged the game from the start, making it impossible for most investors to sell their tokens and cash out. And then, when the time was right, they pulled the rug out from under everyone, disappearing with millions of dollars in their digital wallets. The Squid Game scam was a stark reminder that even in the age of sophisticated technology and supposedly decentralized finance, the oldest tricks in the book still work. It was a testament to the power of greed, the allure of get-rich-quick schemes, and the importance of, maybe doing a little bit of research before you hand over your life savings to a bunch of anonymous internet weirdos. Taming the Wild West. Look, I get it. The allure of the Wild West is powerful. The idea of striking it rich, of making your own rules, it's intoxicating. But here's the thing about the Wild West, folks. It was romanticized by people who weren't actually living through it. For every lucky prospector who struck gold, there were thousands who lost everything. For every gunslinger who became a legend, there were countless others who died nameless and forgotten in the dust. The Wild West was a brutal, unforgiving place, and so is the unregulated cryptocurrency market. We can't let history repeat itself in the digital age. We can't let the Wild West mentality of anything goes govern our financial future. The stakes are too high, the potential consequences too dire. The future doesn't have to be a scam, but here's the good news, folks. It doesn't have to be this way. We can have the innovation and potential of cryptocurrency without the rampant fraud and instability. We can tame this digital Wild West, but it's going to take all of us. We need to demand better from our elected officials, from our regulators, from the companies operating in this space. We need clear, comprehensive regulations that protect investors, prevent fraud, and ensure the stability of the financial system. We need to educate ourselves and each other about the risks and rewards of cryptocurrency. We need to be skeptical of get-rich-quick schemes and promises of easy money. And most importantly, we need to remember that the future of finance shouldn't be built on a foundation of scams and exploitation. The Wild West might be romanticized, but it's time to leave it where it belongs, in the history books. The future of finance is digital, yes, but it doesn't have to be a Wild West. Let's build a future that's fair, transparent, and accessible to everyone. Let's build a future where the only thing getting rugged is the code, not our financial lives.